Want to speak real Swahili from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at swahilipod101.com.
Top 25 phrases in Swahili. Let's have fun. Jambo. Hello. Okay, the first phrase is jambo. Hello. Jambo. Jambo is one of the most simple greetings in Kenya. Anyone can use it at any time. In fact, we love using it with tourists. Please visit Kenya and just say jambo. Habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Okay, the next phrase is habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za asubuhi. We often wake up tired sometimes in the morning, but it doesn't cost to say habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za mchana. Good afternoon. The next phrase is habari za mchana. Good afternoon. Habari za mchana. You know, in the afternoon when you meet someone, you're like, oh, habari za mchana. Habari means news. So you're trying to ask someone, okay, how is your afternoon? Tell me anything that is happening in your afternoon. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Yes, it's time to sleep. I sometimes look forward to that time. And, you know, I look forward to saying good night to my friends or to my family or to my whatever person who is there. Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? It's an obvious question whenever we meet with people, especially when you want to know who they are. It's polite to know someone's name, right? Do you like being called by your name? Yeah, that's why this phrase is very important. Jina lako nani? Mimi naitwa. Mimi naitwa Medina. My name is Medina. Mimi naitwa Medina. Now, this is actually an answer to the previous question, Jina lako nani? What's your name? Now, you have to keep this in mind that, you know, if you use this word frequently, you'll be able to tell people about your name. You'll be able to tell people your name. Ninafuraha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Ninafuraha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Ninafuraha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. I mean, it's really polite. I always feel like energized when someone says, nice to meet you. It can be awkward when someone says, oh, I did not want to meet you, you know, but we rarely hear that. Just use that word, nice to meet you. Habari gani? How are you? Habari gani? How are you? Habari in Swahili means news. And gani means what? So what news? Actually, what you're trying to ask here is like, what do you have? I mean, what is all about your life right now in a polite way, you know? Then someone will say, mzuri, or it's okay. They will not go on telling you whatever is happening all around, but, you know, they'll just say it's fine or not good, you know? So it's an important phrase. Niko salama, asante, na wewe? I am fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante. Fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante means, oh, I'm fine. Literally, that is what it means. I'm fine, thank you. Then you take it back. What about you? You are concerned about the person who is asking you, you know? If you just say, oh, I'm fine, thanks, then you keep quiet, you know? I mean, we do that sometimes, but, you know, sometimes you want to show concern, so you ask, na wewe, and you? Tafadhali, please. Tafadhali, please. It's a magic word all around the world. So tafadhali is one of those words that you want to embrace when you visit Kenya. Tafadhali, whenever you're asking a favor, just say tafadhali. Excuse me, tafadhali, tafadhali. That's one great word you need to remember. Asante, thank you. Asante, thank you. It's also one of the magic words that relates to tafadhali, please. You know, asante is like you're appreciating whatever favor you received from someone who did you a favor. So it's also one of those words you like to embrace whenever and wherever. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu. Karibu is one of the most common words used in Kenya. For example, when someone knocks your door, you'll say, oh, karibu. That means come in, or welcome, actually. Then, in some circumstance when someone gives you something, you'll say thank you, right? Now, the person who is giving, you will say karibu. Karibu means welcome. So it can be a joke, but you know what? You can go and ask them, or you can go and ask as many favors as you can, because they said karibu. I mean, that's a joke. You don't have to take it seriously, though. Ndio. Yes. Ndio. Yes. Ndio. Ndio is a response. Whenever someone asks a question, you can say ndio if it's a positive answer, to the question. It depends. There are the yes, no questions. Yeah, that is where it lies. Ndio. Umefika Kenya? Ndio. Umekula chakula? Ndio. Umefika Kenya means, have you arrived in Kenya? You'll say yes, which is ndio. Have you eaten food? Umekula chakula? You'll say ndio, yes. Hapana, no. Hapana, no. Hapana. Hapana is an answer to the yes-no question, just like ndio. Ndio means yes, as we looked at it previously. Now here it's no. Umefika Kenya? Hapana. Have you arrived in Kenya? No. Umekula chakula? Have you eaten food? No. Hapana. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Sawa is used to acknowledge that you agree to whatever has been said. For example, you can say, sawa, nimeelewa maelezo yako. Okay, I've understood the explanation. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. This is a very handy word, especially when you want someone to excuse you for something. Niwie radhi. Naweza angalia mzigo wako? Excuse me, can I check your bag? Samahani. I'm sorry. Samahani. I am sorry. Samahani. Samahani is also one of those polite words that you really need to remember. It comes handy when you make a mistake. Samahani, nimechelewa. I'm very sorry that I'm late. Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? Of course, you'll want to know time. If you cannot see the time, probably there's no wall clock around, or perhaps your phone is off to check, or perhaps you forgot your wristwatch. You'll ask your friend, ni saa ngapi? Msalani wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Now, for real, you may need this word really, especially if nature keeps calling on you. You may want to ask, hey, tafadhali, msalani ni wapi? Excuse me, where is the restroom? Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. When you're caught up doing something and someone asks for a favor, you may use this word. Just a moment. Subiri kidogo. Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? Now, he there stands for the thing that you want to buy. For example, you can say, bei ya hii nguo ni nini? How much is this dress? Saidia, help. Saidia, help. Saidia. Saidia! Imagine you're drowning. What will you do? You'll shout, Saidia! Help! When you're in trouble, this word comes in handy. I think you may want to use it. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. After you meet with your friend, you have a chat with her or him, you'll definitely say, bye, see you later, when you're parting. I think it's also one of those polite words that you may want to add to your list. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri. Kwaheri. Now, Kwaheri reminds me of those toughest moments in my life, when I went abroad to study and my family was back in my country. The toughest moments was when we were parting, I will never want to say Kwaheri. I will never want to say goodbye. I will never even want to utter it out, but I will just say it with tears rolling down my cheeks. Yeah, Kwaheri. It's a good word to use whenever you're parting. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui. This is a word that you'll use when you acknowledge that for sure you're not sure about the answer to the question or to the situation that is happening at the moment. Some people think it's impolite to say sijui, especially when you're asking for directions. They'll try to give you information which might be wrong to show that they are polite. So you got to be careful. 10 questions you should know. Welcome and have fun. Jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? What's your name? To answer that, you'll say, Jina langu ni Medina. If you're Juma, you'll say, Jina langu ni Juma. My name is Juma. Uhali gani? Uhali gani? How are you? To answer that, you'll say, Njema. I'm fine. Or fine. Uhali gani fine. I'm fine. Ulizaliwa wapi? Ulizaliwa wapi? Where are you from? To answer that, I'll give the name of my country. Kenya. Ulizaliwa wapi? Kenya. If you're born in the United States, you'll say, America. Ulizaliwa wapi? America. Siku yako ya kuzaliwa ni lini? Siku yako ya kuzaliwa ni lini? When is your birthday? To answer that, you'll say, siku yangu ya kuzaliwa ni Aprili tarehe 3. My birthday is April 3rd. Unaishi wapi? Unaishi wapi? Where do you live? Ninaishi Nairobi. I live in Nairobi. Nairobi is quite a big place. Actually, it's a province in itself. So you won't say you're living in the whole Nairobi. We have to be specific. So if you live in Lang'ata, you will say, Ninaishi Lang'ata. That is when we will assume you're in Nairobi and you're talking within people in Nairobi. They'll understand where Lang'ata is. But if you're out of Nairobi, you'll say, Naishi Nairobi Lang'ata, to just be specific. Unafanya kazi wapi? Unafanya kazi wapi? Where do you work? To answer this, you'll say, Jijini Mombasa. Again, Jijini Mombasa. Mombasa is the name of the place. Jijini means town. So if you're working in Kisumu, you'll say, Jijini Kisumu. Just to be specific. I work in Mombasa. I work in Kisumu. Ulijifunza wapi Kiswahili? Ulijifunza wapi Kiswahili? Where did you learn Swahili? For that, you can answer by saying, katika swahilipod101.com. From swahilipod101.com. Je, unapenda chakula cha Kenya? Je, unapenda chakula cha Kenya? Do you like Kenyan food? To answer that, you will say, Ndio, napenda. Yes, I love it. Yes, I like Kenyan food. In Kenya, we have varieties of food, and I'm sure you like it. The most staple food in Kenya is ugali. Ugali is like cornbread. It's made from white flour, white corn flour. It's not very hard. Something like rice, but in the flour form, but cooked. You don't eat the flour, it's cooked. So it's cornbread. Now you eat cornbread with different kinds of stews. You can eat it with bean stew, beef stew, name any kind of stew. And then we also have vegetables. I'm sure you'll like it. Try it out. Umeshawahi kuwa Kenya? Umeshawahi kuwa Kenya? Have you been to Kenya? You can answer this by saying, Hapana, ni mara yangu ya kwanza. No, it's my first time. This is a very common question to tourists who visit Kenya. So be prepared, and it will really sound cool if you can answer in Swahili. Hapana, ni mara yangu ya kwanza. Hii unauza pesa ngapi? Hii unauza pesa ngapi? How much is this? To answer that, you can say shilingi kumi za Kenya. Kumi is the price, so you can keep changing that and say shilingi hamsini za Kenya. 50 shillings, Kenya shillings. This will be a very useful phrase to use when you're going shopping. Of course, I'm sure you're going to buy souvenirs for your family members back in your country. So having this word on your fingertips will be very useful. 20 words you will need for the beach. Everyone who comes to Kenya tries to come to the beach, I promise you, and you'll need this for the beach. Okay, let's get going. Miwani ya jua, sunglasses. This really doesn't look like miwani, but it's just an illustration. Miwani ya jua. Hii miwani ya jua ni pesa ngapi? How much are these sunglasses? Ufuo wa bahari, beach. Kuja tutembee kwenye ufuo wa bahari. Come, let us walk on the beach. Kuogelea, swimming. Easy. I don't know how to do it, but you know how to do it. Kuogelea ni mojawapo ya hobi zangu. Swimming is one of my hobbies. Jua, the sun. Leo, jua hii ni kali sana. Jua hii ni kali sana. Today, the sun is too hot. Where do I go? Okay, the weather in Kenya and the seasons vary a lot with temperatures ranging from around, can go from 15 to 30 degrees. 30 degrees is way, way hot, so you may need to get something to protect yourself. Mti wa mtende, palm tree. Huu mti wa mtende una kivuli mzuri sana. This palm tree has very good shade. You can enjoy it. Okay, actually in Kenya it's not that. In the coastal areas it's humid, but in some other places the shade under a tree when it's hot is the most amazing thing, very relaxing thing to do. I know you can enjoy that. Get some of those trees around and just relax under them when the sun is shining hot. Koa la bahari, seashell. Napenda kuokota koa za bahari. I like collecting seashells. It can be a hobby. Try it out when you're at the coast of Kenya. Vazi la kuoga, swimsuit. Usisahau vazi la kuoga. Don't forget your swimsuit, please. To have fun, make sure you carry it with you. Bahari, ocean. Hii bahari ni maridadi sana leo. This ocean is very beautiful today. You like the view of the ocean in Mombasa when the sun is shining hot. It's so beautiful. You want to stay there forever. The scenery is breathtaking and I bet you like it. Pikipiki la majini, jet ski. Naogopa kuendesha pikipiki la majini. I fear riding on a jet ski. Literally, I do fear. Even if we go a number of people in the sea, I just don't want to try it out. Taweli ya pwani, beach towel. Nipe hiyo taweli yangu ya pwani tafadhali. Hand me my beach towel, please. Kiti cha pwani, beach chair. Ameenda kupumzika katika kiti cha pwani. He has gone to rest on the beach chair. There are quite many beach chairs at the beach, and I think you can grab one for yourself to relax. Hope you do. Boma la mchanga, sand castle. Eneo hili lina boma la mchanga. Moja tu. This area has only one sand castle. I remember in my childhood, one thing that took us, besides swimming or having fun at the sea, one other thing that took us to the sea was making sandcastles. It was lots of fun. Kirimba, kula. Ni duka gani liko na kirimba hapa? Which shop has a cooler around here? Mawimbi, tide. Napenda kuangalia mawimbi. I like watching tides a lot, like for real. It's very relaxing. Rangi shaba, tan. Kuota jua kunakupa rangi shaba. Basking in the sun gives you a tan. You got that experience? When I go with something on the sea and I come back with my hands tanned. Ogelea kwa chombo cha kupumulia. Snorkeling. Twende kuogelea kwa chombo cha kupumulia. Let's go snorkeling. Snorkeling looks fun. I've never tried it before, but I think it looks fun. My friends tell me it looks fun. I don't know. Maybe I should try it out. Pati pati, flip flop. Tafadhali vaa pati pati. Please wear your flip flops. Pati pati comes from the mimicking sound of the sandals when you're walking. Pati pati. So it's easy to remember. Mafuta ya kukinga kwa jua. Sunscreen. Nisaidie na mafuta ya kukinga kwa jua. Yangu yameisha. Help me with your sunscreen. Mine is finished. Suti la kuogelea la bikini. Bikini. Suti la kuogelea la bikini langu limeraruka. My bikini is torn. Oh, I'm worried. I need to get another one. Kifaa cha kuelea. Flora. Nunulia mtoto kifaa cha kuelea. Buy a flora for the baby.
Want to speak real Swahili from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SwahiliPod101.com.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, Level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking.
In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mwanamke anamuuliza muuzaji jambo katika duka la vitabu. Mwanamke huyu anataka kukitazama kitabu gani? Samahani, ningelipenda kutazama kitabu katika rafu ile ya vitabu.
Ni kitabu kipi unachokitaka?
Kile cha magari.
Ngoja kidogo tafadhali. Hiki?
Ndiyo.
Hiki hapa.
Mwanamke huyu anataka kukitazama kitabu gani? Mwanamke anamuuliza muuzaji jambo katika duka la vitabu. Mwanamke huyu anataka kukitazama kitabu gani? Samahani, ningelipenda kutazama kitabu katika rafu ile ya vitabu.
Ni kitabu kipi unachokitaka?
Kile cha magari.
Ngoja kidogo tafadhali. Hiki?
Ndiyo.
Hiki hapa.
Mwanamume na mwanamke wanatazama orodha ya chakula hotelini. Mwanamume ataagiza nini?
Utaagiza nini?
Pizza linaonekana tamu, nadhani nitaliagiza.
Nilikula pizza jana kwa hivyo.
Sawa. Hamburger je?
Chaguo bora. Nitakiagiza.
Mwanamume ataagiza nini? Mwanamume na mwanamke wanatazama orodha ya chakula hotelini. Mwanamume ataagiza nini?
Utaagiza nini?
Pizza linaonekana tamu, nadhani nitaliagiza.
Nilikula pizza jana kwa hivyo.
Sawa. Hamburger je?
Chaguo bora. Nitakiagiza.
Mwanamume anapiga simu kwa afisi ya daktari. Anapaswa awe kwa afisi ya daktari saa ngapi? Aise, nikusaidieje?
Unafunga saa ngapi leo?
Tunafunga saa 12 lakini ufike kabla ya saa 11:30 tafadhali.
Sawa, asante.
Anapaswa awe kwa afisi ya daktari saa ngapi? Mwanamume anapiga simu kwa afisi ya daktari. Anapaswa awe kwa afisi ya daktari saa ngapi? Aise, nikusaidieje?
Unafunga saa ngapi leo?
Tunafunga saa 12 lakini ufike kabla ya saa 11:30 tafadhali.
Sawa, asante.
Mvulana anasoma kutoka kwa shajara lake. Nini cha kwanza alichokifanya mvulana huyu leo?
Hali ya anga ilikuwa mzuri sana leo. Nilienda kuogelea alasiri hii katika bwawa la kuogelea. Pia nilienda kwenye sinema jioni. Na nilisoma asubuhi mzima. Leo haikuwa siku mbaya.
Nini cha kwanza alichokifanya mvulana huyu leo? Mvulana anasoma kutoka kwa shajara lake. Nini cha kwanza alichokifanya mvulana huyu leo?
Hali ya anga ilikuwa mzuri sana leo. Nilienda kuogelea alasiri hii katika bwawa la kuogelea. Pia nilienda kwenye sinema jioni na nilisoma asubuhi mzima. Leo haikuwa siku mbaya.
Mwanamke na mwanamume wanatazama picha. Ni picha gani wanalotazama? Hili ni picha ya timu ya kandanda alimu mwanao, sivyo? Mwanao ni yupi?
Huyu
Ala, ni huyu mrefu.
ndiyo, hata ni mrefu kunishinda.
Ni picha gani wanalotazama? Mwanamke na mwanamume wanatazama picha. Ni picha gani wanalotazama? Hili ni picha ya timu ya kandanda alimu mwanao, sivyo? Mwanao ni yupi?
Huyu
Ala, ni huyu mrefu.
ndiyo, hata ni mrefu kunishinda.